I tell you what's at the bottom of it. You convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't know that you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on, he'll empty his pockets for you. President Lyndon B. Johnson, Texas. You know, people, I'm going to go ahead and tackle a subject that got my channel banned to begin with. I'm on a 2-year roll. Every summer, I get banned for some BS, so I'm good with it now. But I want to ask you a question. And I want a God to honest truth answer. Are you ready for some real talk? I'm not going to sit here and buffoon and yuck and jive all over the place. That's not me. This is something we actually got to discuss. And if you come to this page, I know it's HBCU content, so I'm going to do it in the HBCU way. If you come to this page and you subscribe, you know I like doing numbers. So I'm going to give you some numbers. If you're new, I don't know how you got here, but I appreciate it. So, let's discuss something. As you see, did white folks hurt themselves with the affirmative action ruling? Now let's get the numbers. And listen very carefully to all these numbers because they will come back at the end. 2011, no, start right now, 2023. The enrollment for African American students at HBCUs is 73.8%. Over 1 in 10, or 11.4%, are white. 5.1% are Hispanic, Latino. 9.7% are other, including the 2.5%, which are international. 2011, average enrollees for HBCUs were 76% African American, 13% white American, or European American, you want to call it. Why the change? It's a lower amount, right? Less black kids coming and less white kids coming. Let's go one more set of numbers. The amount of students at HBCUs in 2011 was 300,000. About 36,000 students were white. Well, now, that amount is around 40,000 with 11%. What number has grown to take advantage of those other percentages? International, Hispanic? Yeah, it's grown. But remember the old saying, cut off your nose to spite your face. Let's get some real talk, shall we? With this affirmative action ruling, the one thing they did not touch was legacy. If your Ma and Pa and Grandpa and great-grandpa and Grandpa Jebediah built a stadium, built a dorm, built a library on campus, part of that endowment, all his 97,000 grandkids, they can come down to the school and go to school. It's called legacy. Let's also talk about the fact that with HBCUs, they literally lowered the requirements for non-African Americans to go there. I bet they didn't understand that, did you? Could that actually happen? Yes, they did. 2015, Lincoln University had an enrollment of 35% African American, 58% white. Bluefield State, we know the numbers: 10% African American, 85% white. Now that those schools, which were not forced but coerced into lowering the requirements for non-black students. See, in order for you to get this public funding, you're supposed to get Mississippi. They had to have a certain amount of non-black students at the school. Ask A&T how that went. Do you want to have a certain amount of non-black students at each school? Which is what affirmative action is. The same way it works for going to Michigan and working going to Texas, with them having non-white students at the school. The problem is twofold. One, this is the same group of voters who put the people in place that we have now to make the ruling. The same people who got mad about Bud Light putting on a transgender person who turned out to be straight but then playing a gay person on a Bud Light can because it, quote unquote, went against their values, even though Bud Light's been supporting them for the last 30 years on every value trip they wanted, every program, sponsorship. Bud Light was there. Now that this ruling goes away, there's no one going to lower the requirements or the standards for these non-African American students to come there. That's the first fold. The second fold is the fact that I kind of know why it is. University of Texas A&M is no longer a PWI. It's an HSI. In the South, HSI is taking over. But that's a Hispanic institution, Hispanic serving institution. Yeah, they're taking over. So in order to stop that from happening, they're going to cut their nose off to spite their face. The fear of an educated populace, the fear of an educated non-white populace, caused this to work, caused this to go. That's just the bottom line of it. No matter what you want to say about all quote unquote rules and regulations and we don't need this anymore and blah 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 yada 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 yo yo yo. It is the fear of an educated non-white populace. That's basically what it was. LBJ said, we must open the doors of opportunity, but we must also equip our people to walk through those doors. Who in the blue hell do you think he was talking about when he made that statement? I'll give you a hint. It wasn't my black ass. It's Coach Simmons. I'm ready for this video to get 100 views because no one has the balls to stand up and do this thing. I'm out.